Chicka chicka pow wow.
Chicka pow wow. We're live.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm all right. I've had a
I've
few
heard that you've got a new ramp.
I have, yeah.
Mm.
That means I've been out of house today.
For the first time since December the 8th.
Well, second time I went once, but that was just to a fucking an appointment at hospital, and I just went in with pushchair.
That's a bit mega, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, of course it is. It means things are starting to happen, mate. Things are starting to happen.
So, what do we think? Shit going on. Your ramp. Harry's bitch. What do we reckon?
Well, what about this new virus that we're all going to die of?
Well, do you know, I started with a cold last night. And so did Jess, my daughter. And
So you've got
I'm
it.
still... Well, no, the thing is, I'm still waiting to get fucking bird flu. I'm still waiting to get all the other things they talked about as well, really.
Yeah, bird flu, chicken. They weren't the chicken flu or something.
Yeah, chicken biryani flu or whatever it was.
Then, of course, they had flu. Then they were outbreak of man flu.
Yeah, man flu. That was the worst one. And then, and then of course, we had goat flu, cow flu, sheep flu, and what I really want to tell you is it's a load of shit.
Sheep dip, so that your sheep had to go in and out through you had to go in and out of the sheep's thing.
Yeah, but they talk about this flu like it's and all it really is. I mean, it apparently it develops as a like a pneumonia, but they're not calling it like a flu. They're saying it's just a. I don't get it. It just seems like an ideal opportunity for them to latch onto the word flu.
What have they called it anyway? Do you know?
Wu something, which is the name of the town or the city in China. But of course, it's Chinese New Year. Is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow, isn't it? Chinese New Year.
Is it?
Yeah. So I don't know, but I just fucking know.
Deadly virus.
Well, I mean, I've been through about. I've been past about 5 or 6 doctor's surgeries today, and they've all got these big banners up that cost about 20 quid to get printed, and they all say like, get your flu virus here. And I just think they give me a packet of peanuts on a plane, and it says on it things like may contain peanuts, may be allergic and all that lot. But then they say, do you want a flu jab?
Well,
you ask them what's in it, and they don't know.
This thing in China where this virus is, what he did is they just showed a bit of stock footage of a queue of people in China, all with their face masks on, and they wore face masks for ages.
Yeah, Chinese and Japanese have done that for about 10 or 15 years now.
Don't believe it. It's a load of bollocks.
You see the Middle East. Oh God, how can I put this without sounding fucking racist when I'm not? It's nothing to do with race.
Sound racist, man. Who cares?
Right. Okay. When you talk to Indian people, or when you see Indian people, and I do not class them as Asian, Indian, Pakistani, they have a totally different aspect on life to Southeast Asians, and I'm talking Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, as people think it's called, Burma, Cambodia, which of course spreads up into China. But people who are Arabic or Indian, don't seem to spend as much time on personal hygiene as people from Southeast Asia or South Asia, which may sound initially as something that would be racist.
Don't apologise. Just do it, man.
No, it's not racist.
It's people apologising when they're not even saying it right. Do you know what really bugs me? I'm watching a fucking football match, and the commentator will say, "Apologies if you heard some language there." I think to say, "Well, you that fucking did it, weren't it, dickhead?" Well, you apologising.
It's like when this weekend is calendared as the the only sport that I'm really into is ice hockey.
Yeah.
And this is the gay pride weekend. And what they do, every team in the country raises money for gay pride this weekend. Now, as a lot of you know, my daughter is gay. She's a lesbian. She's like me. She likes licking lettuce. Because it's nice. Okay?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we don't need any, that's...
Sorry about the graphics. And her whole outlook on it is, it doesn't need to be a big deal, because it's not a big deal. Just get over yourselves. And one of her friends today said that she'd lost 2 friends because they'd realised that she was gay. Well, they weren't friends, were they?
No, of course not.
They were just...
I you when I found out you were gay, didn't I?
I love you, bald bastard. It's just... Because don't... And the whole conversation we had with my daughter earlier was, Jess, it don't fucking matter. I mean, I never think of her as my gay daughter. I just think of her as Jess, my daughter. Because it really don't matter. It's not important. And that's the whole issue that I've got with the gay pride, gay LBGTQ.
Well, I think, right, what should happen is everybody who, by the way, you can give us a thumbs up if you want, whether you're watching on Facebook or... last time I went on this YouTube account, Raconteurs News, and I also broadcast live on my other YouTube account, which is Ultra Edge Media, but that just would a fucking complete and utter waste of time. So
you mean because nobody fucking cares anymore?
Yeah, because we're back on Facebook tonight. But all these people that go to gay pride that have got no to do with it. Right, if you might go to gay pride because your daughter's gay, but you're not.
No, I won't, because it don't matter.
You're not going to stand there saying women licking clits.
No.
This is it. And, what do we want? Fannies. When do we want them? No. You're going to be in there, aren't you?
What do we want? Minge.
But it's like anybody that's there, that's like promoting the homosexual agenda, which it is. It's a homosexual agenda.
But it don't matter.
No, but there is a homosexual agenda there. They're trying to make people gay. They are. They are trying to make people gay or transgender. There is anybody who tries to do that should be meant to do it themselves. So
it's just bombed. One of Jess's mates, Molly, and she's lovely. She's a really, really, really nice, down-to-earth, salt of the earth, lovely lass.
Who are you talking about?
A girl called Molly. And
all right, okay.
And her sister died, and which is difficult when you're young. For your younger sister to die.
Yeah.
But
there's a country and western song in there somewhere.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah, but go on, sorry.
She's a really, really nice lass, and then she started to post things like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and what's she got to be sorry for? Nothing. She's just a nice lass, and It doesn't matter what anybody's sexuality is. It just doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, well, we know that, and to fucking. That's why I think that it doesn't need the attention that it's getting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just, I don't fucking.
Let's put it this way: every ice hockey game I go to, I always buy a raffle ticket to win my choice of the shirt off the player's back. So what you can actually do, you buy a raffle ticket, and your favourite player, you buy his shirt, and if you win, you get the shirt literally off his back, complete with the sweat, the blood, the tears, and everything that's,
Yeah, match one shirt, yeah.
Yeah. This is the only weekend I never buy a ticket. Because it's the Rainbow, Gay Pride, LGBTQ, WXYZ. And I just think the fact that they're making something of it means that there's nothing to be made of it. Because it's irrelevant. If my daughter likes to sleep with another woman at night, that's fine. But it's nothing to do with anybody else. It's just
no, of course it's not. No.
Yeah, it's just as long as she's happy, what do I care?
Well, let's not talk about gays anymore.
Okay.
I mean, gays. I know plenty of people that are gay, and well, some are wankers and some aren't, including
some straight people are tossers as well. Anyway, I want to talk about Linda Lusardi.
Oh right, Leeds is going to start.
When I was younger, slightly younger, there was Samantha Fox, who turned out to be
a dyke.
Yeah, and Linda Lusardi. And when I was collecting for insurance, an insurance company in Immingham, I knocked on the door one day. I opened the door, and Sam Foxy stood there. And I went, I just talked complete bollocks for about 20 seconds. And it turns out she was looking after a friend of hers' house, an elderly couple, while they were on holiday. So I'd knocked on the door expecting to find Pat and Brian, and opened the door, and I'm thinking, where's Jeremy Beadle? Turns out it's not a trick. It's not at all. And Sam Fox is there all weekend. And all I could think to myself was, that shit, I wish it was Linda Lusardi. Because when I was a kid, it was Linda Lusardi. She was the sexy one. Sam Fox was just the tart.
You see, when I was a kid, it was Vera Duckworth. No, but that like monotone way that she spoke to Jack.
Yeah, like with that Manchester accent.
Yeah. I would have loved to come to our house.
Anyway, I need to talk to you about Linda.
Linda who?
Linda who's behind you.
Linda Lusardi. All right, well, let's just say lots of people in Super Leeds, in chat room. I mean, Super Leeds is in there. Uni Black Sister Taylor is going to be doing the show again very soon. Maybe he might be. Jason versus the 13th. Aid Edmondson and Rick Mayall. I'm presuming I'm both, rather than Aid Edmondson, because if you're
cool
Rick,
as fuck. Yeah, Fox is a letter. Although when she was younger, I would have munched her mayhem. Do you know what I mean?
Society of the Spectacle is in there as well, more like Mrs. Sharples, Jason. West said, I was not looking for Linda. Linda found me. Look, I think that's to the looking out for Linda.
That would be...
yeah, you know it is.
Who would that be? That would be Hue and Cry.
Hue and fucking Cry. What
God, 1984. Fucking hell, my memory's amazing. Not.
Linda Lusardi is 61, going on 62. I think I better change this before she
croaks it.
Well, do you know what would happen? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? If she croaked it to me when I got her behind me. Jason, what do you think of still open?
Really stood behind you?
Eh?
Do you mean she's not stood behind you?
No. Someone's put, Jason, what do you think of still open all hours?
Shit.
I've not watched it.
It's shit.
I really didn't want to.
It's really shit.
I really didn't want to ruin my David Jason experience, which happens every Saturday when I'm watching him on UK Gold.
It's shit.
So I've not watched it.
It's shit.
Hue and Cry says Super League. Yeah, we just finally got that.
Labour of Love, 1984-ish.
Gonna withdraw my
labour of love.
Gonna fight for the right to get into your knickers. Ain't gonna search for you no more. I don't know. Hey, I tell you what, we've got good numbers tonight, and we're only on just doing shit and talking crap.
Yeah, I have to point out, I'm sorry, but hang on a minute. A while ago, that was full, so I'm sorry. This is just an apology.
It's all right. What else were we doing on a Friday night? Yeah, James Howard's put it wasn't the same without Ronnie, bless him. No, it weren't. I mean, Ronnie Barker made that show, didn't he? I know David Jason, Ronnie Barker made.
Oh, yeah. Granville.
Jason, what's your top 5 British sitcoms? Fucking hell. Probably Only Fools and Horses at number 1. At number 2,
Orange.
British sitcoms, New Statesman.
No. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. After that, it's got to be Get Some In or Love Thy Neighbour. Something really fucking racist.
Oh, yeah, God.
Something that were absolutely of its time and could never, ever, ever exist in any other time.
No, but it existed in that time. And you know what we're doing as a society? We're fucking. I know there's lots and lots of things been cut out of Only Fools and Horses when they used to talk about going down to a package shop. You know, and we had a package shop where I grew up, and it'd probably still be called package shop. I remember going in, and there were all white people behind the counter, and I said, "Oh, there's all white people in package shop." They go, "It's not package shop anymore. Everyone keeps calling it package shop. It's not anymore."
Do you know what I've just noticed? I've got a list here, right? Are you ready for this? You ready? Alf Garnett, and then somebody says, "Ain't Our Fault, Mum," Rigsby, The Royal Family, Steptoe. Some others do have them, and they are absolutely all just a treasure of somebody's imagination that exploded and became part of British history. But it's almost like now we're not allowed to talk about it. And I sort of get that in the same way that I get...
I don't get it, though. I don't get it. I don't get that we're not allowed to talk about it. I don't get that we're not allowed to, own it and celebrate it. I don't get that we're not allowed to do that.
It's like all the new words they came up with on porridge, like nerk. What was the other one they came? There was loads of sort of not swear words, but were obviously replacements for swear words.
Yeah, like on Only Fools and Horses when he calls him a pranny.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just genius. But in the same way, I'm reading things like here from Heath, Rab C, and then from James, I got On the Buses. They were all amazing. Monty Python, and they were, and they're all of their time. The point is, it's almost like a fragile thing that we're not allowed to mention anymore, and we fucking should be. We should be allowed to mention it.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course we should be, but we don't feel like we don't feel like we are allowed to mention it, and that comes from telly, because telly they then censor it. They don't put shows on like that. Someone's put Kenny Everett.
Yeah,
I know it weren't a sitcom, but like it was fucking. It moved things forward.
Kenny Everett was a fucking genius. You know, I mean, this was a guy who used to fuck about with a reel-to-reel recorder in a barn to try and get an effect that he wanted for a show. You know, and when they did all that TV stuff with screens sort of scanning backwards, all that sort of top of the pops effects. That was Kenny Everett saying to the technical guys, look, I know you don't know how to do this, but by the time I get in at 9 o'clock in the morning, I want you to have worked it out. Just a fucking genius.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But we're not allowed to keep that, are we?
No, because you can't say nigger, black, spick.
It's part of your childhood, right? And you're told that you have to dismiss that part of your childhood and not remember it and not quote the lines that were in it, some of which would now be construed as racist, but they were never meant as racist. They were just meant to make to make comedy from the differences that were between the two people that were in it.
Yeah. You see, it's like when they used to do things like Love Thy Neighbour. And the guy used to talk about Little Black Sambo next door. Well, of course it's racist. And if you go back to 1973, 1974, when that was put on the TV, of course it's racist.
It's not, though, is it? It's not. It's how it was meant at the time. Someone's reading the fucking script.
It's of its time, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not. I don't think we should call it racist. It's not racist, right? It's part of our culture.
Yeah.
It's part of our how we grew up. It's part of our history. It's part of fuck me. I miss TV. Don't you miss TV? Proper fucking TV.
Do you know what I miss? I miss things like, and these are the things that have been mentioned, Benny Hill. I miss all of the, what was it, Wednesday at 8. And I'm not reading any chat rooms on purpose. You know, I miss normal TV that push the boundaries, because it doesn't matter what you watch or what you listen to. If it's the same as what you listened to yesterday, it's boring. But if you're watching or listening to something, and it doesn't matter whether it's opera or whether it's rock or whether it's porn or whether it's Shakespeare or whether it's classical music, it doesn't matter. If it's pushing your boundaries beyond where you were yesterday, then it can only be good. Because it's making you listen to or appreciate or understand or cope with or listen to or in some way interact with something different. And that's got to be good.
Do you think, and this has just occurred to me, I know I sound like a right wanker, but do you know, oh no. Do you think that we're the last generation where anything that's any good is reminisced about? You know, kids nowadays, they're going to reminisce about fucking that silly cunt on fucking telly. What's his name? Oh God, he does that news show. Something Howard.
Oh,
Michael. Is it not Michael?
Russell Howard.
Russell Howard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to be taking the shit that he's fucking saying. Which, I've listened to him very few times, but the times I've listened to him, I can tell there's an agenda there. You know, it's just fucking. Are we the last people that go? I mean, we seem to be the last people that are harking back to a time where you could go at chinky, you know, on a Saturday night, you're good at chinky and get yourself some food. And it didn't matter. That weren't you weren't maliciously saying that. It was just a way to say good at Chinese.
It's like when I use the word packy, chinky, it's just the first 4 or 5 letters of what you are. So if somebody calls me a Brit, I'm not offended. And nor should I be. Super Leeds. I've never met a nice South African. I have. My mate Mike. Met him in Thailand. Really nice guy. Went to live in Rhodesia for a while. Came back into South Africa because politically it was a pain in the arse. And I think that's the problem we've got. Is politics. Because people...
I think that was a bit of a joke from Super Leeds. Because my daughter's coming around for dinner on Sunday, and I'm meeting a boyfriend for the first time, and he's South African.
No, it's not South African. It is South African.
South African.
I think my point is, it doesn't matter where anybody's from. It's the politics that surrounds them that's the pain in the fucking arse.
Yeah, but you know what? We're told off. You know when we sort of say in a group together, and this has happened a lot around Sheffield, that a lot of places have been ghettoized.
Oh God, yeah.
So you know, when it talks about integration, it's not really integration, is it? It's just that we're living on the same patch of fucking land.
Yeah.
And you know, I saw someone at Page Hall. If anybody doesn't know where Page Hall is, it's right next to Northern General Hospital. And I saw a clip from a show from something, and someone was they were building a barber shop, a hairdressers, and these guys came in and just smashed them up and did them in. And this is what happens, is that you get these ghettoized areas, and once they're ghettoized, of course, the people that are all in there, because they're all the same people, are all being looked after by the same guy.
Yeah,
you know,
all being taken care of.
The same guy to look after them. And I think that's what happened with that. I think that the hairdressers hadn't paid the protection money, if you will, and got a few baseball bats and that. But people do naturally. This is what they do. They try to make everything. Oh, Shield Destroyer, I see you're in the chat room. Good evening to you, Shield Destroyer. I did send you a message, whether you want to come on show or not. I did try a couple of weeks ago, didn't I, Aid?
You did, yeah.
If you want to come on, just give us a shout. But yeah, it's what were I talking about? I had a point then. Fucking Shield Destroyer, I fucking lost my point for you. If you don't fucking come on, you're a gay. We can promote your channel, because I know he's got a new channel. He's going to I had some of them. What were I talking about? Oh yeah, people are going to do that. They're going to ghettoize. They're going to live amongst themselves. It's the same in Spain. You go to Spain and you go to places, and it's all Brits. Certain places, it's all Brits, because you know, birds of a feather flock together. Yet we're told that that's a bad thing, and we're told, look, why don't they? Before they tell us, why don't they? Fucking hell, lost it again. Fuck me, this fucking weed's good. No, they'll tell us the opposite of what our instincts are. You want to talk to somebody. It's not about what the colour. It's about, can you communicate with them properly? You know, or do you?
I think the point is that me and you, and most of the people that are listening, Don't give a fuck whether you're black, brown, green, fucking orange, gay, straight. It just does not matter. It's not important. If you're a cunt, you're a cunt. If you're a nice bloke, you're a nice bloke. And if you're a nice lady, you're a nice lady. And it really is as simple as that. And that's the point.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is.
Anyway, I want to say congratulations on your new ramp.
You know? Ramp. Oh, yeah, I've been out on it today. It's a good ramp.
Have you been outside?
Eh?
Have you been out?
Yeah, I've been outside. I went to a co-op.
Hang on. I want to propose a toast to Jason going out on his electric scooter for the first time since the 8th of December. Cheers.
Cheers. Hey, I wonder what my green thing will look like today. Let's have a look. Yeah, Shield Destroyer said it could give us 5 minutes now, but I thought I'm not interested. I'd rather have an hour with you if you wanted to have a conversation about something. So perhaps we'll just leave that as it stands. There you go. Look at these floaty sweeters. Oh, hang on. There you go.
I don't know. I think these men who have green screens are just arseholes.
Yes, yeah, Leeds. Trip to co-op. That was the fucking best thing I've done in months. And don't forget, Christmas has just been. So it was just awesome to be able to get out.
I'll tell you what, and anybody who's got this woo flu or whatever it's called, I'm still waiting to get bird flu, pig flu, swine flu, and all the other flus. Is all I know is I've got a bit of a sniffle and it's fuck all really, because it's just the same as what I just know.
Send down to fucking centre. Get you down to emergency centre.
I think I ought to go to A&E and say I've got a cold.
No, get you sent down to emergency centre and say, oh, quick, go down to Meadowhall and say, I need one of them fucking bags, them body bags that are supposed to be in Meadowhall. I need one of them because I'm dying of that thing that somewhere, what's it called? Let me have a look. I found it somewhere.
It's called man flu.
It's
just man flu.
Oh, look at that. Oh, do you know, the BBC, they're the best. I'm glad I don't pay my fee, but anybody that does, thank you. Because they give some of this good stuff. Travel restrictions in China. Because of this.
Oh, I have to point out as well, by the way, that the studio here is nearly finished. And I'm hoping it's going to be finished for Monday, maybe Tuesday next week. So hopefully the new studio is done. But you never know.
Awesome. I want to find out what this is called. I'm trying to find out, but don't tell me what it's called. All I've got is links to how is China coping. Has China learned lessons? I mean, fucking hell, what? What's BBC? UK tracing 2,000 China visitors. So I want to know what this shit is. Is it?
Do you know, I could. Hang on a minute. I'm just looking at the Jenny. I'm just going to send her a message. Hi, Jenny. Jenny is Chinese, and she lives in
China.
Oh God, I can't remember where she lives in China.
You just said she's Chinese. She must live in China.
Of course, she's Chinese.
All Scots people live in Scotland. All Irish people live in Ireland, and all English people live in England. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but it's it can get a bit confusing.
Hey, we've got a nice new few people in the chat room. Nick GB, Jason versus the 13th. He said, I heard some Asian kids, mothers, let their sons fuck chickens as long as they don't impregnate real women. So, yeah, I think that's probably happening on a regular basis. Jason versus the 13th. Nick GB, Corona, U-Pies, that fizzy drinking thing. Don't know what that means, Ron Malcolm. Dinny's in as well. Good evening, Dinny. Nice to see you. Give my regards to Welcome to Raconteurs.
Do you know, I think the main point is this. I've got friends in Southeast Asia, China, Japan, Americas, Canada, and none of them give a shit about what colour you are, what race you are, what religion you are. I mean, I've got friends that are Buddhist, I've got friends that are Catholic, I've got friends that are Christian.
I've got friends that are aliens.
Yeah, and none of it fucking matters. The only people it matters to are the people that are trying to stick a label on us to try to separate us.
Yeah, we know that.
It's madness.
Hey, we know that. We know that they're out there and they're using every single thing that they possibly can. It's not. That's what they're going to do. What would you do? If you're trying to control people, that's what you'd do. You'd divide people up. You'd have. There's probably in the amount of stabbing. I mean, stabbings in London have gone quiet, haven't they?
Yeah, they have actually. And I have to point out, I work in in Sheffield. I had to explain to my mum recently that all the things that she sees on the news about people getting shot in Sheffield, yes, that's where I work. However, most people who live in those areas are not part of the situation that's going on with people being shot, etc. It's bollocks. Most people are just really nice and don't even subscribe to that shit because it's not what life is. Yeah, and they've got the police.
And we can say that, but we know in real life, right? Everybody knows that in real life there are people that I used to live in Dinnington. And in there were hardly anybody of any, there were a Chinese chip shop down the corner. So we had a Chinese family. There were a black family that lived on Lawdens Hill. And that were it, really. And so all that racist language became normal. People used it as a norm because there was nobody there to offend. Right? They weren't thinking that they're going to offend white people by using racist language, and that's how it's gone, and it's kept on going. And in these areas, we keep getting told more and more that we need to integrate, we need to be more diverse, we need to, do, and people are just.
I tell you what, mate. Instead of being diverse, let's just not fuck that off and just take everybody as we find them.
Yeah, but we don't do that, are we? I mean, that's a lovely thing to say, and it's a lovely thought, but we don't do that. For a start, there are so many people that are influenced by media, and the media wind them up to a point where there's a certain gender of people or a certain group of people that they really, really dislike.
Yeah.
So I know, and it's all right, preaching love, but you preach it to converted. Anyone's listening to us now don't believe in fucking war and killing people and stupid differences over stupid skin colors. For fuck's sake, I mean, it's stupid, isn't it? It's stupid.
Ridiculous.
What is it? I won't eat brown M&Ms. That's one day they'll say, we found a bag of M&Ms in his house. They'll raid someone's house. We found a bag of M&Ms in his house, and all that were left were brown ones. He won't eat them. He's obviously fucking racist. Do you know what I mean? It's just that's where we're going to. That's where this is all leading. It's not leading anywhere good. It's not leading anywhere nice. That's going to be nice and good for us. Where it's leading is, and we were in a fucking situation at this last general election. You'd got either you wanted things to improve and things to be renationalised and what have you, but yet you wanted to you vote with Brexit. You know, you're not gonna. You can't vote Labour. You just can't. So you're forced to vote Conservative. And what happens is then Conservative get fucking constituencies that they've not had for ever, probably in a lot of places. A lot of places they turn Conservative when they've been Labour for God knows how many years, for time immemorial. And that's what happens. You turn
I think
your back.
it just proves that how bollocks the political system is, and that actually people with good morals don't need a fucking flag or a colour tie or anything like that to latch on to. They're just good people.
No, but you're going to be wearing a tie on Monday, aren't you? If your green screen arrives.
Wanker.
I know I'm a wanker. I think my back thing now because I think it's been on long enough. Don't you?
That used to be full.
I can have more than 10 because I'm,
Can you have more than 10?
I can have more than 10 me because I'm, I've got the. There we go. If you can't see behind me, I've got S Club 7. I went to their last concert. I'm a massive S Club 7 fan. I really, really despise what do we call them? Fucking musical snobs. They'll have a vinyl collection of like the Clash and the Who and what have you, and you know what I mean. These are music.
I've always been into cool stuff like the Smiths and
what do you mean stuff? What's not cool about S Club 7?
No, I've always been into cool stuff like the Smiths and the Cult, the Cure, just stuff that was just like pushing boundaries. And then I met this guy called Jason who was into fucking S Club 7.
You see, I class you as a musical snob.
I am.
You see, the stuff I like that you would like. Earlier on, just before we came on air, I was listening to War of the Worlds on vinyl.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
See, so I don't listen to stuff what you say we're good, but S Club 7 saved my life. And I went to the final ever concert in Sheffield with my daughter on her 18th.
I know you did, but then you went to see Peter Kay as well. So
when did I go and see Peter Kay?
Did you go see Peter Kay?
No, I think you're thinking of one of the other presenters. It might be Andy.
All right. Anyway, yes. But the point is, it doesn't matter whether you're a nigger, speak Chinese, fucking anything. They're just words. The point is that it don't matter.
It don't. And Leeds, if you're in chat room, mate, I'm just going to go and get a drink. So if you want to go and get a drink, we'll just leave some dead air and I'll just put Watson in front of the screen. Because I need to get a drink. Because this is just It's Raconteurs After Dark. We're going to be doing Raconteurs News Monday and Tuesday. I'm in negotiations with people to get on. So we'll definitely have some guests on Monday and Tuesday night. And you know how much I'm putting into this, and how much. Look, I've even bought myself so that I could do my show notes. I used to do my show notes in this. This thing here.
Yeah.
Which was it started off. This is how it started off. The Hospital book, right? And then at bottom,
it's like Middle Earth. It is. It's like Middle Earth.
I put over 1 billion sold just in case, to save them a fucking thing. But that's what it used to be, and
just to create interest.
It just had like my notes that I did, but now I've got a bound book, a notebook, so I'm doing my notes in that. So I've upped my game. I think we've all upped his game, haven't we?
So go get your drink, and I'll talk to the nice people.
Okay.
Raconteurs News, January, and it's a leap year, so we're going to get an extra day. So does that mean it's an extra day before I actually get to fly? Don't know really. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, Jason's had serious crap with NHS, etc., and it appears that he's got a fairy godmother who has organised his he's now got a ramp outside his house. Now that might not seem to be anything big, but when your mate tells you constantly that the last time he left the house was the 8th of December, and that today, because a guy came and fitted a ramp to his front door, that he can actually get out. How many of you actually think that it's just fucking normal to walk out your front door? For my mate Jason, that is a fucking privilege. And that is how flimsy life really is. It is. That's how flimsy it really is. And it appears that Jason's internet has failed him. He's been on, I think it's Sky actually, for quite a while. And it's just totally screwing up his life because every 2 minutes it just cuts off and his internet disappears. Can't say what he wants, where he wanted to say it from, what it means, anything at all. It just cuts off. And hopefully he'll be back in just a minute, and we'll be back on Raconteurs News. We're just waiting for Jason to come back on. I went to his house earlier, and there were some really nice guys building him a ramp so that he could get out the house, which is good. And to hear my mate celebrating something like being able to charge a battery so that he can go out of the house is difficult to hear. It is. It's difficult because all of us take for granted being able to walk out of our front door. It's just kind of normal, really. But then you get my mate Jason, who can't do that. And he's got a guy from the council who comes along today and builds him a ramp just so that he can get his electric scooter.
That looks terrible. My S Club 7 thing looks terrible, doesn't it? It's got like all glitches on it and that. I had some right trouble with my fucking camera, you know.
I was trying to be really deep and meaningful then.
Oh, sorry, go on then.
Telling people how shit it was that you have got to... The road is long. I've got, yeah. Because it is like that, you know? And it's all right people making a joke in the chat room about me singing He Ain't Heavy Is My Brother. But it is like that. You know, my fucking mate, Jason, who would never, ever, ever want anybody to donate, give, or whatever, has had the council come around today and build him a ramp just so that he can get out of the house. And all of us lot take that as some kind of, don't know, just...
Take it for granted, mate. Take it for granted.
We just take it for granted.
But I don't want for me to be... I don't want... There's people a lot worse than me.
Of course you don't.
I've got a fucking huge network in place that looks after me.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who are on the same ward who couldn't get out because they just had no family or anything like that. So they were having to wait. And if you think it's taken from 2018, it's taken that time to get me a ramp.
Yeah.
I'm having other stuff done, but the ramps, they're fucking. It's the. That's where I'm going to put my GoPro. I'm going to put my GoPro on my ramp on my spaz chariot, and we're going to go out spazzing. So look out for that. I might just do that and then upload it all up to YouTube. Where's going? I'm going to invite Super Leads on. You better have something to say, otherwise we'll.
Leads, you need to say something, because otherwise.
Are you going to say something, Leads?
Let's get Leads on.
Leads.
Sat in his kitchen with his candle.
Super Leads. It's Friday night, everybody. We're just getting ready for the weekend.
Hey, does that mean you can put an Ellen Road background on your green screen?
No.
Are you sure?
I can't remember his fucking email.
Are you sure?
Definitely not.
Are you sure?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll fucking. I'll put Ellen Road on green screen.
Yeah, but we're not. Listen, we're not having fucking Taylor on because he'll be on for 5 hours.
Can't remember his fucking email address.
Who Leads? Leads@gmail.com.
No, it's somewhat fucking stupid. It's not his name. I know his name is his real name, but it's not that, and that's not fucking coming up. You'll have to give me a. You're gonna have to give me a clue.
Leads, send us a link.
Come on, Super Leads. Yeah. Well, a Weefy man said he went on for hours with you the other night. Fucking God, I got off at
3 hours. Fucking hell. I think I'd have been fucking paralyzed. I'd have been fucking paralyzed. Not with alcohol, just with fucking boredom.
There we go. I've got it. I've got it now. I've got it. I remember it now. I just couldn't remember it before. I'm sending it now. The wink. Oh, I press Control V and S Club 7 popped up. I'm gonna have to get invite link, aren't I? I'm all right. This is why we get the big numbers. Us, this is why we attract the greatest amount of sponsorship.
Well, like 5 people.
I can't believe I've just deleted S Club 7. There we go.
5 people.
I've sent it in. Good guy. Yeah. Newbeans just put, we've got a good gang in chat room. Always come along. I very rarely see any crap in there, which I don't mind, but I never see any. So everybody all seems to get on, and that's nice. That's nice in itself. I hope you all have a good weekend, because I don't know what my weekend's going to entail. It's let me just change my back screen. I don't know what it's. Come on, green screen. Oh dear, that's terrible.
Hang on, who's just put up? Can't believe Aid is just still conscious. Well, that used to be full, and
I don't know what's up with this fucker.
Oh shit! Hang on a minute. I've got some. It's Wincy Willis.
I am Wincy.
Wincy Willis. This is the country where you live.
What about that? How does that look?
That's shit. That's really shit.
Good evening, welcome.
No, that's really shit.
I know. I'm gonna change it. So no leads yet. It'd be all right if I got a green sweater. No. And my head would just floating in air.
No.
Let me unlock my green screen. This is crap tonight.
Hey?
This is crap tonight, this. I keep getting like this. It must be like yellow on my black.
Yeah, you need to get rid of that. I'm just going to get me box. I can hear you, and I'll be back in 1 minute.
All right, well, I'll just let everybody know you're listening to Raconteurs News After Dark. It's a Friday night. We've just decided to come on and just have a bit of fun. We'll be back Monday and Tuesday. We've both been drinking heavily, and we've both been smoking also heavily. So, that's shit. I can't do that. Oh, here we are. Let me just sort my fucking green screen out. There we go, let's have that one. It's about as good as I'm going to get it, I think. Oh, yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Listen, I had no bed.
Who's a no bed?
Super Leeds. That's
Hello.
his name.
How are you doing?
We're all right, mate. How are you?
Is my light playing up again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you got a green
Sorry.
screen?
I need to get one. Are you getting one, Ed?
What?
Are you getting a green screen?
People who have green screens are wankers.
Of course he's getting
No, I
one.
am. I'm going to get one.
See? Just proves my point.
I said to him earlier, I want to see him on Blackpool Beach with a donkey.
Mm.
Dude, I tell you what I've got to do is I'm still downstairs. And when my lift's fitted, I'm going to be upstairs and everything's going to be in and I'm going to have all lighting. It's all going to be great. So
you do know that Danielle's going to you're just going to be banished to that room.
Is that your old room that you used to do it in with your Palestinian flag?
No. This is my stepson's room. We've kicked him out.
You kicked him out?
Well, we've not kicked him out. He's just said he's living at his.
Oh.
He said he's living more at his girlfriend's, and we said, "Can we use the room?" And he said yes. So we moved him into the small room where I used to do.
All right. So you've got more room there then.
So I've got the big room. That's where my lift's going as well.
So when you're getting all your lifts and ramps and whatever finished?
Well, I've got a ramp today. It's done.
Yeah.
I've been out. Lift is. They keep ringing us up for different things and different measurements. And
is it like a straight up and down lift or like a stair lift?
No, it's fucking hell. Hang on a minute. It's like fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's fucking. I mean, it's
I
just
can find a picture.
Hey?
What then? You can stick it on background.
That's what. Well, I could put
You
it
can
on.
have you on stair lift.
Stenner. It's not Stenner. It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
But
it's like the next level.
It's like Phoenix Nights where he got stuck on his Stenner stair lift.
Oh, it's immense. It's just epic. It's nothing like Stanner. It's more like Charlie.
Straight up and down?
No.
Yeah.
Yes or no? It's not going like, are they cutting a big hole in your roof or stairs?
Yeah, they cut a big hole in your roof, and then the bottom of the roof goes on, bottom of the lift.
Right.
I'm showing you. I'm going to get a picture now, and then I'll just download a picture now, and then I'll put it up on. I'll put it up.
It's been a while though, hasn't it, mate? How long's it been?
Oh, it's been quite a while, yeah. But
I thought it was last year, but they had said 2018. Has it been that long since you had it done?
It was supposed to be 2018. I was supposed to have it done.
Fucking hell! So you haven't had a ramp for that long?
No.
It's disgusting, really, isn't it?
It's crap, isn't it?
Oh, fucking hell, there's not a good one where it goes up into the fucking ceiling. Like, you can see it. It's just, I'm having a bigger one because I've got, my wheelchair goes in it.
Because you've got a big head.
I get upstairs and then I go out in my wheelchair. And then I'll be straight into me, let me see some fucking pictures.
You'll be looking at porn again, you. I know what you like.
Oh, yeah, porn, yeah. Yeah. A man that fucking can't get an hard on because the fucking tablets he's on. Fucking porn. It's like walking through fucking Harrods food hall when you start doing.
That's why Linda Lasardi were behind you, so you couldn't see her. I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, it's all right. Huh? So we him.
Why does he keep dropping out?
Linda.
Oh, he's fantasizing over Linda.
Linda.
Went you on Brookside at one time?
In the world. What?
You were on Brookside at one time, weren't you?
In fact, I've got her autograph. I have got her autograph.
Have you really?
Now, I'm going to try and show you a picture at lift that shows actually what it does. But essentially, what it does is, I go in on my wheelchair downstairs, and I go upstairs, and then I come out of it.
I'm gonna dox myself here, but
It's Linda. Does it say to Leeds? Happy
Stuart.
birthday, Linda.
It says Stuart. That's my name. Love, Linda Lasardi.
Lovely.
Mega.
And the phone numbers aren't back, but I'm not showing you that.
I tell you what, I would
Yeah, because
change
it's
my
probably
name.
fucking dropped from them days. It's same as that. Like, I had that. I once went. I was doing a job, and I went up, and woman that was there with that. What's her name? With fucking. Bear in mind, this is early 90s. With fucking eyes that were too far apart.
Hey?
Her eyes were too far apart. It didn't stop me shagging her, but her eyes were too far apart.
Was she PS3 girl?
Oh no, she's still back. Jenny. Oh fucking hell. Jenny.
English.
Yeah, English. Yeah.
Jenny Agatha.
Early 90s. Jenny Powell.
Oh, wow.
All right. Yeah, dark hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I were on a job with her, and we spent night, in one of the rooms, her room or mine.
Did you?
Yeah, and because it was a crap gig. It was in fucking Newcastle, and it was just fucking shit. And she was doing it with that, remember that sheep thing?
That fake.
And she was doing it with that. So I had a passion with Jenny. What's the name? Yeah, Jenny Powell. Yeah, she wasn't very good. She was all right,
Did the OLs happen after that, or was it just?
No, she actually wrote on a card to me.
Don't ever contact me again, you fucker.
Last night was fantastic and all that sort of shit.
No, it wasn't fantastic. It was sycophantic.
Well, fantastic, yeah.
Oh, dear me. But I bet you didn't get her autograph, did you?
What do I want her autograph for? She's been wanking me off. Why would I want her to then wrap her hands around a pen to write a name?
Well, yeah.
Sad man.
The good old days, eh?
Yeah, the good old days. Oh, fucking hell. Aidy's gone. I'm going to text him where's he gone.
Is he having problems with the internet as well?
I think he's having problems with his,
What you mean? Drunk a bit too much?
I think he has.
Makes a change from me, doesn't it?
He certainly does.
I'm probably
What's on your mind anyway, Leeds?
Hey?
What's on your mind?
Not much really. Apart this fucking, it's called coronavirus, which means crown, I believe.
Yeah, it's like it's a ring, isn't it?
Yeah, like a corona around the sun. It's also a crown. And that just makes you suspicious, don't you think?
There he is. Eddie's back.
Morning.
How do we actually know that this is happening on the other side of the world? How do we actually know that this is happening?
Well, we don't do it. This is why we...
Yeah. I mean, it's 6,500 miles away.
Yeah.
And you're dead right. How do we know it's happening?
They could just... It's wag the dog, isn't it? They could just make the fucking thing up. We won't be any the wiser unless you actually go there.
As me and Jason have said many times, we're still waiting to get swine flu, bird flu, fucking everything other flu. This new virus apparently presents like a pneumonia, so it's like a flu. Well, last night I started sniffing and feeling shit, just like having a cold. But I ain't got fucking Wu-Tang whatever it is. I've just got a fucking cold.
Wu-Tang Clan flu.
Yeah, I've just got a
You turn
fucking
into a
cold, you
gangster
know.
rapper.
Yeah. And what I always fail to understand is when they talk about, oh, there's one person died out of 20. There's 12 people being at blood tests and whatever today to find out if they've got it, and they've all come back as negative. Yet they're still fucking hammering like it's some problem. And it may well be, but fucking hell, one person out of 12 or one person out of 1,000 or whatever, it's just hype bollocks. That's all it is.
They've shut down that city. And did they say there's 12 million people live there? I mean, isn't that a similar size to London? It's not far off.
It's actually smaller, but I know what you mean.
I mean, can you imagine that? And it happens to be New Year, where they all travel back to where they've come from.
Yeah, because Chinese New Year is, I think
like the biggest day of the year. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Year of the Rat, is it?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know. It's I think there's never, ever, ever what you and I would call the truth in anything that we see on normal telly. And that's the problem that I've got, is because I don't feel like I fit in this normal world.
I don't. And everything
and most of the people that are listening and watching would probably say that as well, that they don't feel that they fit.
Well, that's why we kind of
in this sort of normal world, which is why we're here, I think, on a fucking Friday night when we could be somewhere else a lot more interesting. Yeah.
I used to be down the pub talking to people about interesting things. Now I can't go down to the pub.
Because you're not allowed to smoke in the pub. You're not allowed to have an intelligent conversation in the pub at all.
And you talk about fucking dancing on ice or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, exactly.
Dancing on rice, eh?
Yeah, dancing on rice. That's what those chinkies will be doing when they catch that flu.
I told you, didn't I? I told you, I go out of the fucking room, it goes off.
Did you go back in your kitchen?
Yeah, I went to the kitchen just then, it went off when I come back in.
Have you got...
No, it's because you've got the weather on behind you.
Where's your router?
My router's over here, but the cable goes up and over the door, and then to the...
Is that T-shirt you've got on?
Well, it happened the other night when I had my new pajamas on.
Is that Argentina, yeah?
Yeah, of course it's Argentina, yeah.
Why have you got an Argentina shirt?
Argentina, it's you'll learn. The most influential and the most important
manager, yes, is Argentinian, and
no, the most important.
And he's Argentinian, and his manager of Leeds United.
Yeah. See, you try to get it down to your little silly things, but I'm talking about the bigger picture. It's the bottom of the world. Argentina's the bottom of the world. Are you not falling asleep, are you, Aid?
Sorry?
You're not falling asleep, are you?
Sorry, were you talking about football?
No, he was talking about football. I was talking about Argentina, the nation.
I wasn't really talking about football. I was talking about...
You went, because we've got an Argentinian manager, and that were all you could fucking say. You couldn't listen to what I was saying about Argentina being the most important fucking country in the world. You couldn't listen to that. He always asked them back to, our manager, he's Argentinian, and he's got new thing, and he's... So don't, Aid, I know you thought we were talking about football. Well, one of us were, other of them weren't.
It's ice hockey.
Yeah, ice hockey is exactly. Football is just fucking boring. It's fucking shit.
I used to like watching ice hockey. I can't remember what channel it used to be on. It was on like normal telly for a while.
Oh man!
And I only used to watch it for fights. Not what.
Do you know when you get
take the gloves off, didn't they, and fucking smack each other?
You know when you get two guys skating at like 40 miles an hour, and they're hitting each other at that sort of speed, you are bound to get bits of what word can I use?
Aggression.
Yeah. But most of the aggression in ice hockey is because the referee doesn't make a call. So the guy that's been fouled thinks, well, if that fucking bastard who's supposed to be in charge don't make a call, I'm going to sort it out. So 80% of the fights that actually happen in ice hockey are because the referee hasn't done his job. So what you end up with is a bunch of guys who respect each other, but would kick the shit out of each other, simply because the referee's not doing his job.
Don't you think you're being fucking gone though? Don't you get that feeling you'd be gone because they've got all this fucking stuff on and they've got hats on, and all right, sometimes the hats come off and they tap each other in the face and that, but don't you feel a bit con that it's like, you know, all part of the show?
You mean a bit like wrestling, a bit like, you know, handbags at 10 paces, WWF and all that lot.
Rugby league, they don't fucking about. They don't wear fucking helmets.
Of course you do, and I think anybody does. And me, fucking hell. If ever there was one man who would never, ever, ever, ever get involved in sport, it's me. Because fucking hell, it's shit.
But you go watch it.
Football never, ever, ever
ice hockey.
got hold of me. Never. But ice hockey, I mean, I did, I think it was 6 years announcing English Premier League. And I don't know, it just got hold of me. But when I was a kid...
How old were you?
I mean, like 5 and 6, my dad used to play quite high up. Sunday League football, but you know, up there. And there's pictures of my dad playing football in Berlin during the war and all that shit, and out in Malaysia, and it just never, ever, ever interested me at all in the slightest. All I could see was my dad and his mates swearing at each other on a Sunday morning, and it just never meant anything to me. My brother played cricket, my brother played football, and it just, none of it meant anything to me. And then I went and watched ice hockey. And I don't know. I really, really, really don't get it.
Really, really, really want a zig ah.
And Kerry Bayliss wrote that. Zig ah.
So you don't give a puck anymore then?
I don't give 2 pucks.
You see that? I mean, fucking football that we're into is shit, isn't it?
It all is, isn't it? Really? I mean, it's just designed so that Jason and Leeds hate each other, but they clearly don't.
I know.
Clearly don't hate each other.
It's clearly a division thing, isn't it?
Bollocks, isn't it?
I know. But it's the only thing I can't give up. I've stopped watching telly. Stop watching telly. Stop watching, listening to radio, watching films, reading newspapers. But I can't give up football.
Hey, listen, tonight I've actually been watching Dundee play Glasgow, shouting and fucking screaming for Dundee. Just to make sure. I mean, do I look like I fucking live in Dundee? I am not a Scotsman.
No, you've got 4 fingers.
You know, but tonight I've been shouting for Dundee just to make sure that Glasgow didn't get any points for getting any nearer to us. So I'm not only just shouting on my home team, I am now shouting for the opposition who, if they win, will keep the nearest opposition away from me on some imaginary fucking table that only exists in somebody's fucking brain.
What kind of size crowds do they get at hockey matches?
I think with hockey, what you've got to remember is that the national ice hockey arena is in Nottingham, and it seats less than 6,000 people. Sheffield Arena seats 8,500, and that's it. A lot of the rinks that support English Premier League hockey in the country don't see anywhere near that. I mean, hundreds rather than thousands. And that's just the way it is. I mean,
I once got a kiss off one of the blonde ones in All Saints at Sheffield Arena.
Oh dear, okay. My daughter, bless her, Jess.
Better than S7.
Yeah, she got some production tickets for Beyonce. Ended up on stage at the Sheffield Arena squeezing Beyonce's ass. And because my daughter's a lesbian, that was quite a big deal.
Yeah, not a bad gig, that.
I mean, I'd have stuck my head in.
No, I probably would.
You'd have stuck your head in on your own daughter.
No.
You fucking did.
No, Ben.
Okay, no, Ben, that's him. Dear, not you.
No.
Fucking hell, I'll tell you what, this conversation's going nowhere, is it?
Not really.
Not really. Newbie in China is a cure for hemorrhoids. At least one person, it seems. That's good. China is a cure for hemorrhoids.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to mention again, going back to the flu fucking thing or whatever, coronavirus. Have you seen the story about the hospital that they're building?
No.
Have you not?
Talk to us.
The building, because they can't cope with the amount of ill people, they're having to build a 1,000-bed hospital. Right, and they say it's going to be ready for the 3rd of February. That's like a fucking week.
That's like 10 days away, isn't it? Yeah.
I know, right? And they've got pictures of it. And they said there's 100 diggers and 250 trucks or something. And you're like, you're not going to build a fucking hospital in a fucking week.
No.
Absolute bollocks. Have a look. Bring it up, Jess. Look for new hospital in China. Looking, and it's got pictures, and and you're like, the grounds that, I mean, there's nothing there. They haven't even got foundations, and you're like, there's no way you're going to build a fucking hospital in a week.
And yet this morning on the fucking telly, they've got a picture of a JCB in a field in Birmingham saying, "Oh, we've been here for 2 years and we're going to build a brand new train station for the new train HS2."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
it takes them 20 years to build a fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Chinese are building a fucking hospital in a week.
Anyway, I've had the builders in, and my studio is nearly ready.
Are you moving then? I mean, are you moving?
I've got a friend who's going to rent a proper studio to me.
All right.
Hopefully, it should be ready for Monday, if not Tuesday.
And have you got any toys?
Not really. Just well, we'll see. We'll see on Monday.
All right. Where did you get your green screen from, Jess?
Amazon. It
Right,
cost me
50 quid.
It cost me about 50 quid for.
I've only just noticed who you've got behind you. Oh, sorry.
It cost me 50 quid for the
stand.
The stand, the piece of material that's green, and some clips.
Oh, I'm going to show you. I've got a light. You know, you're on about your lights.
Yeah, I've sorted that now. Adi sorted it. If you noticed, it's quite good today.
Oh, right. Well, I got one of these.
I put some bulbs in.
Oh, you just put some bulbs in. Is that because he can't reach?
Have you got green screen? No, no bad.
Yeah.
I ain't got a green screen.
Come back. You put that into your USB port, and then you can control it, and you can put it on a tripod if you want. So it's, you know, it controls your brightness. Shall I put it on for you?
Go on then.
This is entertaining, isn't it? Don't worry, I'm not going to take my clothes.
For fuck's sake.
It's not fucking working. Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh,
That's what I call a dead ring.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
So it's, and then you can control the brightness.
Sweet.
And that were only about 15 quid or something. I thought that might be better.
Rob!
You've sorted your lighting problem out. You seem a lot more enthusiastic though this year, Jason.
Yeah, I am. I'm feeling tons better. I've got.
You know, when you're getting guests booked and that.
When I'm getting what?
Guests booked.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell you're feeling more enthusiastic.
Oh, I've got to be. You've got to be, man. I've got to be. You know, I want to do this. I know we're all pissed in it, but he said James Owens says Aid is pissed.
I'm not.
Not yet, you're not, but you will be.
Hey?
You will be because it's Friday and you fucking should be. Me and Adolf here, we're getting fucking hammered. Hang on, let me see if we can get it into his fucking mouth.
Hey?
There you go. There's Adolf.
Hey?
Have a drink. I'm gonna get him pissed and I'm gonna get him to give him sent up.
I missed your live test for the night. I watched it back. I watched it back next day, and when you put Adolf up, I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, I pissed myself. I thought, oh, we're gonna have some fun with this, aren't we?
Oh yeah, you can have as much fun as you fucking want.
Did you get those? Did you get that? You must have got those texts earlier. I said,
yes, we got those.
What about outside 10 Downing Street? That'd be funny. Blackpool Beach with a donkey.
I'm not doing Ellen Road though.
Okay, yeah, I know you said that. That's fair enough. But yeah, outside 10 Downing Street would be funny.
Let's see where Ady's gone. I'm going to do it in. As I'm texting him on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it in the accent that I want it to, to come across.
So what are you saying?
I'm putting, where you going, man?
A beer con sandwich.
Beer can sandwich.
Beer con.
Bacon.
Is that racist? Are we being racist there? You know, we're on about before. We used to go to, you go, oh, well, I'm off down to Chinky. Is that racist?
Well, anybody will tell you it is, but it's not really.
Eddie needs one of those lights. Eddie, I'll sell you it for 30 quid. It's strobing. Someone might be having an epileptic fit.
What?
If you're watching this crap, right, then give us a like or a dislike. We don't mind. But honestly, it's going to be a lot better when we're, when we're back on air, when we've got guests that will, reel us in and stuff. At the moment, all I've got is Ada doing his thing with his light and, Leeds smoking the fag.
I've developed a bit of a tremor as well.
Have you? What's that all about?
Fuck knows, I'm after doctors on Monday. I can't stop my fucking hand from fucking shaking.
It's gone again.
I know. What's going on in fucking Sheffield land?
Fuck knows. Well, here he is.
Sober as the judge.
Oh, what happened there? Have you had something to make you sober?
Sober as the judge.
Well, that's not what it's about. It is. It's Raconteurs News After Dark.
All right, I'm fucking arsehole.
Have you put some money in meter? Oh, fucking. Have you drunk all that tonight? Oh,
Yeah.
Man. Fuck me, I'd be fucked if I drunk that.
What's your view on the Yorkshire Ripper then up there, Knob End?
What's my view
Yorkshire
on what?
Ripper?
Yorkshire Ripper.
Ripper? Oh, well.
You were at your gaff, weren't it?
Yeah. My brother-in-law just looked, or my ex-brother-in-law as he is now, he just looks like him. And he lived in Bradford. And he used to get stopped all the time. Because, they had all these different, what do they call it, where they do a sketch of what they look like.
Like a photo fit.
Yeah, a photo fit. And it just looked like him, with a dark beard. And
yeah, but Peter Sutcliffe were caught, actually, about, as the crow flies, probably 3-4 miles from Jason.
Sheffield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-4 miles from Jason.
Caught on a road near me.
Where I live, at the time, I don't live that far from it now. About a mile away, there's a car scrapyard, and that's where he stole the number plates from.
Yeah.
And he had false number plates on his car.
There was a really, really nice lady that I worked with in Leeds. When I was working for a company called CLC, and her daughter, she wasn't a Sutcliffe victim, but she was a victim of somebody else. And she was a lovely lass, really, really sweet girl. And you sort of think that, I don't know, it's just, it's somehow a personal but impersonal act. Really, really weird. Really weird.
Yeah, and do you know which police station they took him to? Dewsbury.
Dewsbury, yeah.
And there's that famous photograph outside fucking police station, and then there's fucking hundreds of people there. Yeah. Oh, I kind of get.
Remember I've told this on this show before, but it's probably been fucking deleted from years ago. But
I'll probably remember it.
A solicitor that I was being represented by represented Wearside Jack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
And he said that this solicitor, at the time, I'm not going to name him, Edward Williams from Wakefield.
Allegedly.
No, it don't matter. Allegedly,
he's a con.
Retired now. He's retired now.
You can't say any trouble.
But he said that what happened were they got nothing on Wearside Jack at all. They got nothing. What was his name? Fucking.
I can't remember. He's died now, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah, it was just bollocks, wasn't it? I mean,
he said that they got nothing on him, and on the Friday they arrested him. I think Thursday or Friday, and started questioning him. and they said they got no on him. And he said after the weekend, he came back in and he just wanted to plead guilty to all. So they got to him.
Yeah. It were I don't know whether it were a distraction or it were because the cops were doing such a bad job. They tried to put the blame somewhere else.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was to try and put the whole thing to bed, because you know the old thing.
No, but I meant at the time, Jason. Not...
but at that time you'd got suspicions that Jimmy Savile had been involved with.
He got arrested.
You know, they didn't live that far away from each other. One of the bodies was found on the rear of a property.
Bodies. I get kind of obsessed. I kind of get obsessed with subjects, yeah. And living around here, living through that era, you know, it affected everyone's lives. My mum and my sister were scared to go to shop in case they got fucking murdered, you know. That's what it was like.
I know exactly what it was like. It was terrible. There were posters on wall. Have you heard the tape? The tape, you know, I'm Jack.
And I'll go like, yeah. And he said when he were obviously he was a young lad then. We're going to pubs and nightclubs, and they play that Wayside Jack tape in pubs and nightclubs. And he said he also worked in the bookies, and they came round all bookies because they had his handwriting, apparently.
Well, they'd been sending letters to George.
Yeah.
The senior investigator, a guy called George somewhere or other.
Yeah, it was George. Yeah. But I've been to virtually every one. This might sound weird. I've been to virtually every one of the sites where they killed someone. And one of them is literally 300 yards from Savile's front door in Roundy Park. Roundy Park is literally fucking 300 yards from his front door.
Yeah,
And they did arrest him, and he had to give a what's it called, a tooth impression,
right?
Because they found a bite mark on a body that wasn't Sutcliffe's, so they thought that he had an accomplice, and they suspected it was Jimmy Savile.
Oh my God, we're covering everything tonight, aren't we?
Unbelievable.
Fucking Jimmy Savile involved in Yorkshire Ripper, and we know that because he then introduced Frank Bruno to Yorkshire Ripper.
Oh, that photograph! I mean, it fucking says it all, doesn't it? It says it all, doesn't it? I mean, he's in Broadmoor, and he's in charge of Broadmoor. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it does say it all. It does say it all, but then again, we've we've had fucking killers that have.
Do you think Savile were a killer?
Of course he were.
I think he probably was.
I think, of course, he was, because the amount of time he got away with it. There must have been some times where he thought, I'm going to have to get rid of this. In fact, a lot of times, I'd probably say majority of the times when he abused somebody, he probably thought, I'm going to get rid of this. And we know he went into some pedo gangs, and kids that go missing.
Strange shit, man. I mean, did you hear about that one where he had a ring made out of he had access to Leeds General Infirmary, mortuary.
Yeah.
And he took a glass eye out of a dead body, and he had a ring made out of it. You know, a ring on his finger.
He took what out of dead body?
A glass eye.
Right.
The guy only had one eye, so he had a glass eye. and he took the glass eye out of the dead body, and he had a ring made out of it. I mean, that's fucked up, isn't it?
Is that an urban legend, though? I don't know. I mean,
no.
Someone like him is going to have to be pretty low profile and not have. But then again, I suppose he could do everything he were doing in public sight. I mean, nobody really knew what he were doing.
Do you know he was born on Halloween?
Yeah.
And he was the 7th child, apparently. And I've read a lot about him, and the first elder man of Leeds, right? And this is just like in Leeds Town Hall. There's a big fucking plaque, and it says first elder man of Leeds, Sir John Savile. And you think, fucking hell. I mean, where I live, there's a pub up road, and because it's connected to it's called Savile Town. And then there's a town called Savile Town. No shit, Savile Town.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Well, dudes, I think we're just about done. I can't talk without fucking coughing.
Behind you. You know what's out? He'll have you.
Well, he'll be all right. Aid seems to be so drunk that it keeps coming off and on. And so we'll see you on Monday. Love everybody in the chat room. Thanks very much. Car, Dinny, Tazzy.
Who have you got lined up, Jess? Anyone?
Well, you know, I think we at.
All right.
But on Monday we might have a real blast. But you know, it's
from Max.
Yeah, one or two things.
All right.
One or two things. So thanks to everybody tonight. It's just been I was fucking pissed and smoking weed, and I've written some shit down in my book and done all that. I hope you have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday with a guest on the show, and we'll be sober as well. So thank you very much, everybody. Last word to you, Leeds.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Who you got this weekend?
We're out at Cup, aren't we, mate?
Do you know, Wednesday were playing tonight. I don't even know how we're going on.
The 1-1-0.
How did they?
QPR away.
Oh, well, we're in next round at Cup then.
Yeah, keeps you busy.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone in the chat room. Thanks to you, Leeds. And thanks to Aidan. We'll see you very soon. Ta-ra a bit. Bye.